Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Defend Philly. This is an exciting episode.
It is
Why
a
is it an
spicy
exciting
one.
episode?
A spicy episode.
Spicy episode,
And
sure.
you know why it's spicy? Because
Why?
people want to talk about the Philadelphia Flyers and maybe some drama surrounding it. But the fact that people even want to talk about the Flyers seems
I'm here for it.
spicy to me.
I'm here for it. And if you have some lingering questions, you're not really sure what's going on with the Flyers, you've heard some stuff, you've seen some stuff, we'll break it all down here. If something doesn't get answered,
Right.
reach out to us on Twitter, Instagram, and we'll get it answered. But let's go right into it, Lewis.
Jump in.
What's going on?
Drama.
Drama.
There is some drama, and I don't think it's going to derail the season. I just want to start with that. I really don't think it's going to derail the season. I also really do think that this can be worked through because, and I'll get into it. I'll get into my argument in a little while, but I just don't think there's much here. But maybe we should like chronicle this whole thing and say, well, let's just name the elephant in the room. What, Vonnie? What happened after Saturday's loss? Actually, it kind of started in overtime.
It started before overtime.
Okay.
Michkov scores a goal. People notice, like, not everyone's super excited for him, right? Like, we're celebrating, but we're not really celebrating. There were a couple, in overtime, we had a couple issues. Couturier was offsides. Couturier gets to the bench, and there's this film that gets shown of him kind of rolling his eyes a little, not rolling his eyes necessarily, but him doing a little, like, towards Michkov, right? We have Hathaway next to him being like, it's okay, like, it's all good. Then we go to the post-game presser, and this video is going viral. The video that's going viral is Coots talking about Michkov and talking about how he's not necessarily the team player that they need him to be. At the same exact time, we have this ongoing storyline that's been happening since the first game of the season where Michkov isn't ready. He didn't show up ready. He clarified the other night after the Senators lost that he said, like I took 4 months off, which was too much. I learned the lesson. Okay. But still, we have this one video of Coots, these two videos of Coots actually, that are just blowing up Twitter. And they're going everywhere and they're causing speculation that there's a riff in the team, that Torts was right. To bring Tortorella into this is just like beyond me. Let's not even go that far. Um, but that there's kind of a riff that Mishkov isn't as much of a team player. Coots isn't as happy with him. The rumors TK and Coots aren't happy with Michkov. And so we have all this blowing up right now. So many different opinions being spread, and it's kind of just created chaos.
Yeah. It's good to see Michkov getting back on the scoreboard. That was the first of two regulation goals for the Flyers. Obviously, Jamie Drysdale ties it late in the third. And yeah, it's great to see Michkov getting back on the score sheet because you're right. He had a slow start to the season. But I think I think this is kind of being all taken out of context. So let's maybe break down the Couturier post game comments. So
Before we
yeah,
do that,
yeah,
let's play the clip.
Sean, Matvei was just saying that he was feeling maybe some pressure to score a goal, and the goal in Nashville was a little bit of a weight off of him. What have you guys done to try to keep him sort of on the level and keep his frustration levels low and confidence high as he's kind of worked through this?
Yeah, well, I think he's a great goal scorer and has a lot of skill. I think you just got to find a way to contribute to helping the team win in other ways when you're struggling. You're not always going to be scoring goals every game. So, I thought I've seen improvement in the way he's, not cheating as much and being on the right side of pucks. And, I'm sure it's a little different for him, but, if he sticks to playing, more the right way, I think it's going to be better for the team overall.
it's funny. That's where the Twitter video that's going viral actually starts.
Starts after
So,
the question, which is a big part of this.
which is a big part. The question on the Twitter video that's been going around does not include that question. It starts with Couturier's answer.
Yeah, and so people are saying that there's unhappiness within the players. They're not happy with each other. There's stuff going on in the team. And my opinion on this is like when I watch Mishkov play, I see part of what Coots is talking about. Mishkov has been trying to cherry pick a lot during this season. The puck will be down in Erson's area. He'll be trying to make saves, and at the same time, you have Michkov at center ice, just like waiting kind of in case they get that breakaway, which you can make a career out of. Ovechkin made a career out of doing that. But like that doesn't really work on this Flyers team where everyone needs to be two-way players. You need to be able to have that defensive skill and at least be in the zone when they're shooting. Like you need to be in the zone. And I'm not saying it's every time, but I saw a couple times, especially during that Senators game, where he just wasn't even in the zone and he was kind of looking ahead. And that's great because you get the scoring opportunities, but we're not a team that's like lockdown D, we have everything together, right? We have a bunch of loose ends. We're kind of scrappy. We're trying to make a campaign for like a over 500 team. We're
A
trying to
wild
finish with
card
a winning
spot.
record. A wild card spot would be beyond imaginable right now for me,
And beyond
honestly.
the
That's like
expectation, yeah.
yeah, beyond the expectation. That's like not even what I'm going for. So to have a player that's like so excited is great. We like to see that. We haven't had a player that brought up this much like conversation. Mishkov is exciting for the franchise. He's exciting for Philadelphia. But I understand what Coots is saying. You can't always be hanging and cherry picking and waiting for that pass in hopes of a breakaway. There are times to do that, but there are other times that you just need to get into the defensive zone. And to be fair, there was a point where Ersson was like stopping back-to-back shots, and you look over and Mishkov's not even on the blue line. He's beyond. And you're like, okay, like we got to kind of work through that a little bit and be a little more of a team player. And I think that that takes like some learning. I don't think that that's how he usually plays. I think he's kind of getting used to that type of style, which is totally fine. But I don't think this is as big as people are making it out to be. I don't think it's a matter of Coots saying Mishkov is terrible, da 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 da. Like I just think he's saying like he's the captain or he's the captain. No matter what we think about him being the captain, he's the captain. And he's an extension of the coaching staff, and he's also there with the players. He speaks for the other players, and saying you need to be more of a team player isn't the craziest thing. We see that happening with AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts. They're saying, AJ, like, you do great things, but you need to be more of a team player. Fine. You can still continue to win and have that. You can work through it if you want. But that's where I stand. What about you, Lewis?
Yeah, so I think one of the big issues that people seem to be having with this whole thing is they think that Sean Couturier is calling out Matvei Michkov, and it's this why did you say that to the media, blah blah. I think the biggest issue is that A, this is circulating on Twitter, and we know how Twitter is. And B, it's that not all the context was given. Context really matters here. So when Sean Couturier is asked about a struggling player, of course he's going to talk about the player's struggles. Like that's what the whole question was centered around. So when Couturier is talking about, yeah, even when you're struggling, you still got to find a way to contribute to the team. Duh. Like, yes, of course. And he goes on to say how he has improved. He said, look, he's not cheating as much anymore if he continues playing the right way. Though, first of all, him saying he has to contribute. People are freaking out. You don't say that. Your captain doesn't say that. Why would you say that about your team? It is a general answer that he's giving about a player that is struggling, because it's true. A player that is struggling still needs to find ways to contribute. But I think what qualifies that part of it is the fact that he goes and starts listing things that he's doing better. I've seen improvements. I see him not cheating.
Mm-hmm.
If he continues playing the right way, which implies that he has been playing the right way, I think all of that, where he's saying, if he continues playing the right way, he is cheating less. That is not a shot at Michkov. That is, to your point, an extension of the coaching staff. And the coaching staff has been very vocal. Rick Tocchet has said it in the preseason. He said it after many post-game press conferences, where we are trying to coach certain tendencies out of Michkov's game. This is no secret, everybody. So when Sean Couturier says he is cheating less when he plays the right way, he's comparing what Michkov had done in the KHL, the Continental Hockey League, which, mind you, is potentially the third best hockey league in the world. It's the NHL, some people think the AHL, and then the Continental Hockey League, the KHL, as the three best hockey leagues in the world. Whatever
Yes.
you want, whatever
Whatever
you want to
order you
say.
want 2 and 3, yeah.
Sure, or whatever, if you don't want to throw the
Yes.
AHL out of there, fine.
Fair.
The KHL is a
It's a
great
great league.
hockey league that
Great.
produces some highly skilled players. So,
And
but
takes some highly skilled NHL
it
players as
does.
well.
It absolutely does. But the thing is, you there's different the game is played differently over there. When Michkov was coming into the league, that was something that the scouts talked about. He flies the zone early. He does like to cherry pick. There are times where he is so offensive minded that as soon as he sees a potential for his team to gain possession in the defensive zone, he is going to try and cherry pick and make an opportunity for a big play, a stretch pass breakaway. That's like his thing. The kid is so motivated to score. He talked about when he scored in Nashville, it felt like a weight was lifted off my shoulders. I live to score, is
Yes.
what he said. So this is not Sean Couturier saying he needs to play properly. This is Sean Couturier saying, I have seen him actually implementing what the coaching staff is saying, that he has been playing. I have seen him starting to play properly, not cheat anymore. I saw somebody's like, he's calling Matvei Michkov a cheater. No, he's
He's
not.
not.
That
And
that was a tendency he had in his game that he's being coached not to do. So I think Sean Couturier is being taken out of context here. Go ahead.
totally. And I think that like Mishkov, it's a learning curve, right? Like there are some times that you're going to still do that. Like we see that he is still cheating sometimes. He is still cherry picking sometimes. But overall, his game has gotten better and you can see that. And the other thing is like if you've ever been on a team, you know that these comments coming from a captain are not personal. Like if a captain said that to me, I'd be like, that's not personal, right? I feel like it's a bigger thing where everyone wants to win and he just wants the best for this younger player. And another thing is he's being honest with the media, and we live in a time where so many people just aren't honest with the media, and you don't get answers out of anyone. He's being honest, and this is why people aren't honest with the media because it gets taken so out of context. Like he is genuinely just saying, which is no secret to anyone else. We all know that Michkov has these tendencies. He still has some of them. He's still working through them, but some games they show more than other, right? So I just think that this quote has gotten so out of context, which is why we tend to see players just be like, we just keep encouraging him to have a good, to keep trying and keep playing, right? Like we genuinely got something that is quality out of a player and we're taking it completely out of hand. The other thing I will say is one of the big things that I think did fuel this was a lot of people on Twitter were posting this video of Coots on the bench reacting to Mishkov after a mistake. And the video kept disappearing, which I can't speculate on. I can't say that it actually disappeared. I didn't post the video and it didn't get taken down, but I think that put a lot of fuel into the fire.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And the speculation on Flyers Twitter is that the Flyers PR machine is out in full force and they're getting these tweets banned. I've seen people posting screenshots. Oh, my account's locked because I posted the Couturier video. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they were, maybe they weren't. I don't know. I saw several people saying, I posted this video. I don't know where it's going. It seems like it's being like redacted or whatever.
Also, wait, sorry to jump in. Safe to say, currently, all fan accounts and all NHL like non-affiliates, but like say you have a fan page, whatever, all like fan accounts and different spoofs on team accounts are currently being cracked down on. I know that like Instagrams currently for specifically like Devils fans accounts are currently under like temporary
Hmm.
blocked or like temporarily unable to post because I think the NHL in general is cracking down on content that isn't made by the team itself. So that's another point to bring into this, but sorry to interrupt. Continue.
No, I mean it's a fair point. So, obviously, there's speculations on either side. Who knows what's really going on? Yes, we do know that there are a lot of things that are unseen in professional sports. Behind the scenes, we only get to see 10% of what's going on. Behind the scenes, 90% of this behind closed doors, blah blah blah. The one thing I will say about the Couturier video of him not shaking his head at Matvei Michkov, I'm so tired of people trying to make that into something. It's a joke. That's a joke. Nothing happened in that video. Sean Couturier was so clearly upset at himself for going off very offsides on a play that could have been a scoring opportunity and won the game. I mean, that was in overtime. Sean Couturier takes a straight line, beeline to the blue line into the zone, while Matvei Michkov is very clearly trying to take an angle away from two Ottawa Senators defenders. So if Couturier just read the play properly, he would have pulled up, he would have straddled the line, Michkov would have danced in the zone and either gotten a shot on net or just peeled away and set it up, waited for the third trailer to come in, and then they could set something up in the zone. So then Sean Couturier, obviously, it's the National Hockey League. This isn't Pee Wee hockey anymore. So yeah, you get an offsides call. You're called for offsides. You're not happy.
You're going to be
about it.
upset.
Right.
Yeah.
So he goes to the bench, sits down, shakes his head, and Hunter Brody was talking about this on his pod. He did an emergency podcast very late last night. And he was completely correct when he said the video that Sean Couturier shakes his head, he said, I'm quoting him in so many words, he said, before I watched it, everyone was making this out to be like a 50 out of 10 bad alarm bells, sirens going off. Like this is like he flipped him the double bird and punched him in the face.
Yep.
He barely looked at him. It was less.
He glanced over.
That.
So the thing about this was I had gone on Twitter and I was looking and I'm seeing all these things about this video and I text Lewis, I'm like, Lewis, have you seen the video? For the next 6 hours, Lewis just keeps sending me videos from different Twitter accounts.
Is this
it? And then about 5 videos in, we struck gold and he goes, is this it? I go, I guess that must be it.
It was 1 a.m.
I was like, is that it?
I literally woke up for the WIP morning show. I wake up at 1:20 a.m. for the morning show, and I literally couldn't go back to bed. I woke up out of a dead sleep at midnight. I'm like, I can't go back to bed. So I'm tweeting, I'm looking at stuff, and finally
I'm Googling it. I can't find, I was looking for it everywhere because it's not, and I think that if the Flyers PR team was taking it down, it wasn't a matter of this is something we want to cover up. It was a matter of this is something that people are going to take totally out of proportion. And we can't, I don't know. I just feel like this whole issue has been blown up and we have issues in sports teams, right? Like Philadelphia, we have AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts. We have Bryce Harper and the commissioner. We have Nick Castellanos and Rob Thompson. We have Sixers. We have half the players who don't actually play. We have Embiid. We have Paul George. We have all these players that we just we look at and they have faults and they have these inner team disputes and dynamics that we analyze. And a lot of the times, we're taking it from AJ Brown tweeting something cryptic, Nick Castellanos being benched because he said something. But in this case, I feel like we're really making something out of nothing on a team that is for the first time in a while actually looking good. And I think it's totally fair to add commentary about how someone else is playing, state facts, say he's improving.
Especially after he was asked about it. He didn't just come out and say, Matvei Michkov needs to contribute more. No. He was asked about it.
He was asked about it. And so I think that is a totally fair thing to do. I just think that either we're not used to getting such answers or people don't have the full context when they're watching the video, but it definitely needs to be taken down a notch because it is not as hot of a flame as we think it is.
Specifically with that video, with the AJ Brown tweets, and I don't even want to get into that because we've beat that horse to death over and over again. He was going out on Twitter and typing cryptic messages. yeah, like the media has your star wide receivers
Yep,
tweeting all
yep,
these things. It's our job as the media to bring that to people's
it
attention.
is.
And what's going to happen? You're going to assign meaning to those things. This was something that was caught on camera during a game that was actually like it's not even like he looked like stared at him and glared. He looked in his direction for 1 second. I actually also saw somebody else tweet, I don't remember who it was, that if you watch the video, Garnet, you said, actually, I know you said it
Hathaway,
too.
yeah.
Garnet Hathaway gives him a tap and goes, "It's all right, it's all right," implying that Couturier was mad at himself.
Yeah.
So what are we saying?
What are we saying?
He's looking at Matvei Michkov in disgust for going for him going off sides, and that's what sparked this whole
They have
give
a
me a break.
dispute. They don't get
Give me a break.
along. They want him off the team. I saw something actually that said trade. Why we should
Oh,
trade him. I said, this
goodness
is just a
gracious.
little too far for me.
I think I saw that
You
too.
have this player who is offensively minded, as we've said. He's got to get his defensive game up a little. And that's
It's true.
totally fair to say. That is not anything that you're adding to the conversation that's new. It's just the way that the captain said it is upsetting people. And it's just not necessary.
And I will say too, like there's certainly something to be said for people reading body language, and I think that's why like podcasts. I mean, we're doing a video podcast, but radio and podcasts are very interesting because you're it's theater of the mind they call it. You are you're hearing something and you're creating a picture in your head. Well, with the video, we are seeing his body language and everyone's commenting on, well, if you could, yeah, you could see his body language. It looks very much like when he was talking about John Tortorella. Um, hey guys, they just
Keep
lost
Tortorella
a
out of
hockey
this.
game. They just lost a hockey game. He's not going to
Keep
be doing,
Tortorella out of this.
and he's not going to be doing cartwheels in the locker room after they just lost in overtime. We
Trevor
get down.
Zegras was seen sitting in his locker
I was just going to
for,
say that.
yeah,
I was down there in the locker room.
yep.
Zegras was sitting there, half uniform, literally slumped in his locker for like 5 minutes, and we're all standing there in the media scrum waiting for Matvei to go up to where we do the interviews and stuff. And Zegras was just sitting there, like shaking his head, like, and mind you, the game ends. We run down the stairs. We like haul to the elevator, get in
Yeah.
the elevator, go
It's
into
a
the
race
into the locker room.
downstairs.
It's
It's a
like
race.
5 minutes after the game ends.
Yep.
So what do you
Yep.
want Sean Couturier to look like after an overtime loss at home?
The ability to say, but this is what Michkov has improved upon, and this is what he's doing well, is just getting buried.
That's yeah. It's. I just think this was taken out of context. And look. It can I can understand where people might be like, he's inciting some sort of rift in the team, and why would you go public with this and blah blah blah. I can understand because they are not getting the full context. To me, this is all being taken out of context. If Sean Couturier was being asked about Matvei Michkov's shortcomings earlier in the season, and then he makes a statement like, well, even if you are struggling, you need to contribute, which is the truth. That is not calling him out, and goes on to say he was struggling, but I am seeing him cheat less and do this more, play right. If he continues playing the right way, I just don't think he's calling him out. I
Nope.
just don't see this as a
Nope.
the captain calling him out.
If you want to see
not how I
calling
see it.
out, we can show you calling out, and it's
Yeah.
not that.
No, it's
Um,
not that.
okay. So, and you want to know what calling out is what we're about to do.
Yes.
And I have a formal proclamation. I would
Oh.
like to call out everyone on Flyers Twitter and say it's not that deep.
Relax.
Touch grass.
Oh, man.
Go outside and touch grass. Honestly, the Flyers, I will say this though. The Flyers Twitter has gotten out of hand. People
It's
need
crazy.
to not be posting behind a username. I don't even know, like it's your face and your name, but you're just creating unnecessary rifts, unnecessary drama lines within the team, and then also just like arguing with each other. It's become a very bad place right now. It's actually not that fun. You said it to me earlier,
It's not
didn't
fun.
you?
It's not
It's
fun.
not fun. No one wants to see that. We have a team that's like genuinely good for the first time in a while, and we're creating beef on Twitter. So let's chill out.
Yeah. And look, like you and I work in Philadelphia sports radio. Everybody accuses Philadelphia sports radio of doing this type of stuff. And look, I get it. We are fans, we react. Like that's what we do. And especially being sports radio people, that's like the format. You
Yeah,
react as a fan. So I understand. But I mean, some of this Twitter beef is unbelievable.
unbelievable.
And people just I'm sorry, but you're taking this. They're just taking this so far. I think yeah,
Yeah,
it needs to chill out.
yeah.
It needs to chill
We
out.
genuinely like haven't had a season where the team has been this good in a while, or there's been this much talk about the team. And so to turn on one another within the fandom when there are so few fans in Philadelphia, not so few, but you know what I mean. It's probably the smallest fan base in Philadelphia
Maybe
sports right
outside of
now.
the union.
Oh, I don't even think of them. And I didn't
There you
even
go.
come into consideration there.
There you go.
But yeah, so definitely we need to bring it all in and I think we'll be fine.
Let's do some like rescue breaths.
There we go. There we go.
Feeling a lot less charged up. My face was. I was watching myself in the camera. My face is like red. This is what you're doing to
That's
me,
what
people.
happens.
This is
That's
what
what
these
happens.
people are doing to me.
Yep, exactly.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Before we go, again, thank you
Yes.
all for watching. One last final point. I'd like to ask Lewis. Lewis, what did
Oh.
you happen to see in the locker room the other day?
What did I see in the locker room there?
Maybe in
Oh, maybe it was well, I don't can't say he's a friend of the pod because we haven't had him on yet. But
offer stands.
Travis Konechny wearing a hat that said "Defend Philly." No,
What?
we don't have official merch, but maybe we do, and we just have no idea. Maybe if next time I see TK, I'll ask him, "Hey,
If TK wants, he can. I guess we could extend the invite.
where'd you get that hat?
Where'd you get that? Want to come on the pod? I
Yeah,
guess. I guess we could make time.
did you wear that hat on the pod?"
There we go. There we go. As always, thank you everyone for tuning in. We are going to be coming out with more regular content as we
Yes,
move further along in the season and less drama, more
hopefully.
hockey, more good hockey. As always, defend Philly.